Hey guys, welcome to my online training portal. So if you are seeing this video, you've just signed up to take part in my nutrition coaching. So thank you very much for reaching out, and I hope that we can get you to achieve your goals and move you through this journey nice and smoothly. So during my nutrition training, we run this across 4 phases. So initially phase 1 will be the cut phase. This is the phase where we try to lose body fat and get weight loss. That process is normally around 12 to 16 weeks. Once we've hit our desired target, we then move into a reverse diet, and that's basically just to recover our metabolism and basically gradually increase our calories up to a maintenance level when we reach the maintenance phase. The maintenance phase is just maintenance calories, basically what you can eat in order to maintain your weight forever, really. And then from that maintenance, we decide where we go from there. Some people like to do another cut. Some people would like to build muscle and go into a calorie surplus. So from that third maintenance phase, there's a couple of things that we can branch off to. And then the 4th phase, kind of like the final phase of training with me, is the intuitive eating phase. So obviously macro tracking and calorie tracking, it's all good, but it's not something that we want to do for life. So the intuitive eating, I teach you guys how to sort of mindfully eat to a rough maintenance level, and how you can sort of drop a little bit of weight, gain a little bit of weight through mindful and intuitive eating. So potentially at this point in the journey, you would have just signed up, we'd have had our call together and we'd have discussed your goals and sort of mapped some things out. And then we've got this sort of lull period where I'm just kind of creating your sort of plan, your targets, onboarding you onto the app that I use, ready to kind of start. During this time, I'll be sending you a video on how to use MyFitnessPal. You will get a sort of a nutrition document explaining the calories and macros, just so you have a full understanding. And you'll also receive a document of the 4 sort of phases that I go through, and different food ideas for the different phases that you're in. So an example, if you're in the maintenance phase or in a calorie surplus, you can eat sort of fattier meats and sort of higher, more calorie dense foods. But as we move from maintenance into a deficit, we're going to have to start making some food swaps. So those chicken thighs would turn into a chicken breast. Those burgers would turn into sort of 5% mince. The full fat yogurts would turn into 0% yogurts. Big thick bagels would turn into bagel thins. And what we're trying to do when we go into a calorie deficit is we're trying to still eat the same volume of food, it's just lower calorie. So we're not insanely hungry through this journey. So a quick reminder on how it all works, because obviously the phone call that we had was a few days ago now. So basically how we're going to run this is I'm going to give you your targets and your sort of calorie breakdown or whatever through the app. On the app, on various days, there's different touch points. So I might ask for food diary screenshots, I might ask for weights, and typically on a Sunday is when we have our check-in day. So you have 12 to 14 questions that you have to run through from there. If you answer those nice and accurately, then it gives me a good guide on how we're doing and allows me to change things moving forward if I need to. We have our Facebook group, which you should have joined, providing everything's loaded up on the app. We have a WhatsApp sort of community group that you can check into, and it's just a way that we can quickly message all of you stuff. We can get you involved in some bits and pieces here and there, but ultimately if you want to get hold of me as quick as possible, then the best thing to do is get me on WhatsApp. During this journey, I encourage you to ask me as many questions as possible and really reach out to me. Use me as much as you can. Try not to shy away and go quiet, because I want to help you the best I can and help you get the best results you can. So by using me, using our 3 check-in calls a week, if you remember from our phone call, if you can use those 3 check-in calls a week, use them. Use me as much as you can and you'll get your results. So when I give you your targets, a common thing I get asked is, why have you given me so many calories? So the reason I give you so many calories is that I want you to lose weight off eating as much as possible. I'm not one of these fad diets where I'm just going to chuck you on 800 to 1200 calories, because yes, whilst it may initially work, in the long run it's not going to work, because we don't have anywhere to move once our metabolism drops to cater for us being in a deficit. So I always start you on higher calories. I may start you at maintenance to start with, and the first couple of weeks you might not lose any weight, but we're just trying to understand your body and how that works. So it's going to take you a couple of weeks just to get into it. It's different and it's probably not something that you've done before. So the best thing I can say is be patient, and again, use me as much as possible. I don't want you to ever feel alone in this situation. So your calories will start on the higher end, but don't worry about that. You will get used to it, and I'll train you to get used to it. And then once we start seeing some weight loss, then we can start moving those calories down if we need to. But ultimately I'm going to keep you on as high calories as possible whilst losing weight.